This is my new baby, my new Artcore AF75 TG. Got a great price for it, got a great case for it, and hopefully I'll work out this spring issue, and hopefully I won't have the issues I've read about online regarding the Gretsch licensed Bigsby by Ibanez. And as I think probably you Bigsby people know that one big difference with this Bigsby is that there's only this roller. I think with a traditional licensed Bigsby there's two rollers, I think anyway, but in this case there wasn't another roller for me to put the strings under and around, whatever. But the Bigsby system, you know, because I really want to see how I can get at that. Well, the strings are on. I have to make an adjustment. I think the strings are pretty even on both sides. My tuner crapped out, so it's not registering the low E, but I know I can tell that the intonation's a bit off. I may have to raise this bridge pickup later because I like that bite in my treble side. I don't know, I'll have to see, but I did have to lower it again because there are no hex slots to put a wrench in the back. It's perfectly flat back there, so I think this is an incredible design flaw to have the screws on this side. I don't know, it depends on your perspective, but I still think coming from here, from the rear, doggy style, sometimes it's better than trying to go through this way, especially if you have this pickup raised. That means anytime you have to make an adjustment in the future, if you have your pickup raised, you're going to have to lower it, and that's a pain in the neck. Aside from that, let's see, I'll try to give a bird's eye view of the strings as it lays against the fretboard. And because I always do incredibly retarded things with my strings, I don't snip them off until I'm actually sitting and tuning, because it's been more times I can count that I've done the tuning backwards, and that's such a pain in the balls. But I think I got it right, and I played with the trem a little bit. It's still very stiff. This thing is just stiff. But as with any Bigsby, after a string change, or probably anything with the tremolo, you probably should mess with it a little bit to get the strings to settle. And I didn't get this string perfectly aligned, but I can deal with that later. So that's it for my first Bigsby string change. I learned a few things. You know, ideally you should not do it with the guitar naked. You know, that way you always have tension on your bridge. You know, because this thing's floating all over the place. I had to move it around and all that kind of stuff. And having my electronic tuner die on me wasn't a fun thing, because I'm just kind of winging it now. So I'm going to need some AA batteries, and maybe I'll be able to give you guys a listen. If this thing, I don't know, I really don't know how badly it's out of intonation, but well,